Hey! So, my room, like my dorm room, has no overhead lighting, which means it sucks. But, as you can see though, I am home, which means I'm on break, and like I promised, I've been reading. I just haven't been reading as much as I should. For good reasons, like the fact that it was Christmas, I've been hanging out with people that I haven't seen because I've been in college. I was just writing music with one of my best friends. That's why I did this video so late at night. And bad reasons, like baking a lot, like literally baking, like making brownies. That didn't make that sound any less sordid. And playing Alpaca World. Don't play Alpaca World because it will eat away at your life and all of your free time. But play Alpaca World because it's adorable and amazing. And my alpacas are all named after queer lit characters. 2 of which come from a book that I read over the summer. That could have been a segue, but I'm not done talking yet, so it's not. Number 1, technically yesterday, because it's after midnight right now, it's like 12:15, I don't know. But it is my favorite YouTuber's 28th birthday. I know she's not going to see this, and I already wished it to her on Facebook, but happy birthday, Christina Horner! I feel better now. If you happen to see this, just know I wished you a very nice day. I hope that you had a good time. Oh, you know what? Where you live in different time zones, it's still your birthday. Cool. Other than that, I have a Tumblr all for this channel now. I had my writing prompt blog before, and now I have Tumblr, Starr Likes Books, which doesn't have that much on it, but I did start writing reviews. So there are some reviews. There are 3 reviews of the 4 books that I've read. And there will be a 4th maybe tonight, probably tomorrow. I don't know what I'm doing right now. Probably gonna watch TV and then go to sleep. I don't know what time it is. Just want to go to sleep by 1. That's the college dream, right? Sleep by 1, wake up for class, sleep through class, die a little on the inside. America. Anyway, so if you're interested in seeing like reviews of every book that I read, it's there. If you're interested in only seeing reviews of books that I feel strongly about, it's here. And I'm going to review 2 of these books on YouTube. I just lost the word. The difference between the reviewing on Tumblr and the reviewing here, the main difference at least, other than the fact that I review every single book, is that on there it's spoiler free. Everything is spoiler free. So what I've been doing is I have a very, very short summary of the book with my rating stars out of 5. And then there's a read more, and under the read more is me being like, yo, this book though. And then I say a lot of things, and then I have, I think it's, favorite part, least favorite part, what I would change, and how long it took me to read. I think that's it. Which actually, I really enjoy doing, so hopefully that's an interesting thing to you guys. Only one of them has notes because I reblogged it onto my prompt blog. But, you know, follow me. Please follow me, and I'll feel a little more worthwhile. But the other main difference is, I mean, it's the same difference. Shut up, phone. The real thing, though, is that when I post YouTube videos on here, they're going to be the ones that I feel passionately about in some way, and they're probably going to have spoilers. Yeah, they're going to have spoilers. Because I want to scream about 2 of these books. And I, like, wrote a lot about them, but I had to be like, oh, and you know, the thing that happened, or I had to be like, oh, and you know, the character, and on this I want to be like, so, it'll be coming along next week, I don't know, whenever I have time, which is both all the time and none of the time. I'm talking way too much, so let's get to the books. So the first book that I read was Lost at Sea by Brian Lee O'Malley. This was a graphic novel. Brian Lee O'Malley also wrote Scott Pilgrim, something that I've been meaning to read, and I just have not. I still haven't read it, so the reason why I read this is because it was on a suggested book list full of books that I really liked, so I was like, I'll get it, and then I saw it was a graphic novel, and I was like, but I read it anyway. Wasn't great, but it was interesting. I liked it. I just feel like it had more potential. I think if he made it / makes it into an actual series, I'd probably read it because I am interested in her life. The reason why I don't like the book as much is because I feel like we only get bits and pieces of her life, and we don't get like pieces of anyone else's life, and I just really would enjoy if we established more things, if we matured the characters. So that was my issue with that. The next book I read was We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. Everybody is reading this book. Everyone's reading this book. Everybody loves this book. I was like, I guess I'll read this book. Yes. Unlike our Broken Stars, or these Broken Stars, God, I don't even know the name, I hated it so much. Unlike that terrible, misogynistic, God, unlike that, this is actually a really good book. So, I read it, and I didn't think I was going to like that much. I didn't have a lot of information going in. I don't think anyone should, and it wowed me. And I really liked it, and I needed an entire day to think about it before I could read again. So, it made me read less books, but it also, like, man, that's a good book. I wish my phone would shut up, but it won't. So, third book that I read was not a modern book. It was Maurice, or apparently it's supposed to be pronounced Morris. I'm against that, but it's Maurice by E.M. Forster. This book was written in 1913, revised in 1930, published 1971. I'm not even looking at anything right now. I read that Wikipedia article so many times that I know. And it actually, it was published after his death because it was so gay that he was like, this is never going to get published. So he just never even tried. And after he died, they found a note that said, publishable, but is it worth it? And they were like, yeah, it is, and they published it. So, I also I have a lot of feelings about this book. I really, really, really loved half of it. The other half, very muddled about. I will give a full review of that book later, because I just want to rant, and that's what I do when I do book reviews, so, you know. The other book that I read, I finished today. It took me a while, because it just didn't really hold my interest as much, and that was Please Ignore Vera Dietz, I think it's Dietz, by A.S. King. Really like that pseudonym, by the way. This book was okay. There were a lot of things in it that I thought were interesting. I would never read it again. Not to, I don't want to go into book reviewing mode, but, you know, it's an alright book. It's very YA, and it has enough stuff in it that it's, like, not like every single YA novel that gets published, but it also has a lot of stuff in it where you're like, okay. So, there's not a lot to say in a very concise manner, but I finished that book today, like 5 hours ago. And the next book that I read is probably going to be one second. I think I read books from shortest to longest when I get them from the library, because I want to make sure I can read as many as possible. So I think the next one I read is going to be Delicate Monsters by Stephanie Kuhn. I don't know what this is about. I ordered it, must have liked it. No idea what it's about. So I'll find out what it's about, even if I don't finish it. Like, if I read it, go, it's not for me, and pass it on. I will tell you that I tried it. I won't review it on my blog, but I'll probably say why I didn't finish it, so don't worry. In other news, it has been a week and 1 day since I came home for break, because I came home very late Friday night. I didn't get back until 1:45 in the morning, so got here Saturday. If we're going to take out the day for Christmas, it's been a week, so hey, I'm on schedule. And I think that's all I want to say about that. Yeah, next Saturday I should have another video up. Hopefully I read a lot. I'm gonna go see Star Wars tomorrow. I'm hopefully gonna do an open mic gig with that friend who I just wrote a song with. He has a channel too if you ever want to see us do music, mainly covers. We just wrote an original song called Dragging Me Down. Not a positive song. And, yeah. So, please follow my Tumblr. Like, follow all my Tumblrs. I have 3. I have more than that, but I have 3 main ones. Please follow them all. And please give me book suggestions. That would be really great. Please subscribe to me if you're not already. And song prompt of the day is Killer Whale. I forgot the name of the artist for a second. The name of the song prompt is Killer Whale by Smallpools.